All right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you a ton of grip and forearm exercises that you could do for combat sports and just for general strength. Let's get into it. All right, so first one we got is the wrist curl with the barbell. Now, the reason why I decided to use this one is, one, you can do this anywhere. Just grab a band, a kettlebell, or a dumbbell or plates, and then attach it to the end of the barbell. Now, you want to set it up obviously with balanced weight, so make sure that you have another plate on the other side so the bar doesn't tip over. You look like a fool inside the gym. Remember that. We're going to go ahead and double wrap the band. So you're going to put one side over and then go ahead and double it through on the edge of the barbell here. You can take the band and wrap it through just like you were to do a banded kettlebell swing. Just make sure that it's tight and it's secure as you go to rotate. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna work on flexion. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to curl it where my fingers are going to my wrist inside, right? So taking it here and then I'm gonna curl all the way up, right? And then I'm gonna control it down. I'm not gonna let it just drop. So I do wanna control it eccentrically as we're rolling it back down all the way to the floor. And then we can reverse that process, right? And then from here, we're going to extend the wrist. So it's extension. All the way up. And again, controlling it back down. As far as sets and reps go, you want to do somewhere around 5 repetitions going forward and 5 repetitions going backwards. So 10 total, all right? That's all the way up, all the way down is 1 rep, all right? So the next one we're gonna do is a plate pinch. Now this is where you're really gonna work on your finger strength. This is really good for gi practitioners, whether it be for judo or BJJ, but it can be done for any grappling sport too as well, that are trying to increase the grip strength in the hands and in the fingers. So I'm gonna take a bumper plate. This one right here is just a basic 25-pound bumper plate. You can use 45, depending on your strength level. But what I'm gonna do is a drop catch. So now I'm gonna go from like a dynamic and into an isometric. So I gotta catch and make sure that I repeat that over and over again. So I'm alternating each side. As I drop it, I have to catch it with the other side. All right, so here it goes. From here, drop, catch, drop, catch, drop, catch, drop, catch. Boom, boom, boom. Oof. Let's go, let's go. All right, so you have to be aggressive, right? The agility has to be there. You gotta be quick with the grip and maintain that position, right? Without it falling out of your hands. You can work your core, work your upper back too as well. Somewhat of your shoulders. So you're working a lot of things here, but the primary focus is on the grip. And for this, I like to go for time. So usually around 30, 45, even 60 seconds. And you would do that for 3 to 4 sets through. The next one, we can go right into it. You can actually superset this, is a spin the wheel. So basically, we're gonna take it with our full hand here and grip it with our whole hand. So thumb is back. We're not here, but thumb is back. We're gonna grip it tight, and then I'm just gonna spin the wheel. So now you are working a little bit of shoulders, but the main focus is on the forearms. You're gonna go 5 one way, and then 5 the other way. Remember, full hand grip here. Full hand grip. All right, so now we're really gonna work on pulling in that grip. So same thing if I'm attacking a wrist or trying to pick up something and keep it in my hands for a longer duration of time, making sure that we get stronger isometrically with our grip. So what I'm gonna do here is, this is what I call a gripper, but if you don't have this device, which most gyms don't, you can use a barbell, right? And what I would do is just take the barbell, have it loaded in the fingertips, and then grab it and consolidate it into your hands. All right, but what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 to 5 reps, and then I'm gonna hold for about 10 seconds. Then I'm gonna do another 3 to 5 reps, hold for 10 seconds, and then another 3 to 5 reps and hold for 10 seconds. So a long duration of time, a lot of volume, but we're trying to increase the grip and also consolidate the fingers into the hands, just like I would when I'm trying to grab a wrist or maintain a solid position to create better control of your opponent if you are grappling. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is what's called dead hangs. Now you can use a pull-up bar, chin-up bar. If you do have the ability to use these attachments here in a fatter grip, or if you have fat grips itself and you can attach it to a bar, that's gonna make it more challenging. But in the beginning, go ahead and just use a regular bar. Another thing that you're doing is you're getting traction of the shoulder. So if you do have any shoulder pain or anything like that, this can help. Obviously check your PTs and all that, but at the end of the day, our goal for this is to maintain our position and work on our grips in an isometric fashion for a longer duration of time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the outside grips. Usually I'll go 3 to 4 sets and I'll go to failure. So I'll do the first one, try to go to absolute failure, the second one, and the goal is to maintain that time throughout all sets. Try not to lose 10% of that time throughout all of the sets. So we're gonna maintain that time under tension. So this one here is for lateral flexion, and we wanna use with caution, all right? This is for more advanced individuals, more advanced athletes. You wanna take a hammer, right? Again, the hammer is gonna depend upon your strength level, and then also where you take it, right? So if you go lower on the hammer, it's gonna be harder, right? That torque is a little bit more. Come up, it's gonna be a little bit less, right? But our goal here is to get it to where we have that flexion all the way to the end range, and then back out. Now you can move your head just so you don't hit yourself, but our goal is to maintain that flexion and drive through. I like to actually point it at my head because it makes me more careful and I'm focusing more. Sets and reps, looking at about 5 to 6 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets through. So this is more for wrist stability. You can make that as an alternative if you don't feel comfortable doing that with the hammer, which I understand. But yeah, so for the most part, for lateral flexion stability, really good for gi, also good for wrist position or wrist grabs or wrist control. And then also when you're throwing punches too as well. A lot of guys tend to sprain their wrists. So keeping good stability on the wrist is important for not only grappling, but also for boxers, strikers, things of that nature. So for the last one, you can work your upper back and your grips. And you can also do a little bit of conditioning too as well. And just a basic farmer's carry. Now you can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebells. You can, if you do have them, torpedoes or farmer's handles. You can also use a wheelbarrow too as well. Anything will work as long as you can maintain your position here, keep optimal posture, and work into a distance, right? So I like to go somewhere around 100 feet, roughly 3 to 4 sets through. And you want it to be challenging, right? You want to make sure that you're getting all the way down for that whole 100 feet, but it is challenging. So from an RPE standpoint, you're looking at a 9.5 to a 10, but you got to make it there. Simple, take the dumbbells, pick them up, lock your lats in, and we're walking. Super simple, but highly effective. All right, so when we're working on forearms, right, you're gonna work on flexion, extension, you're also gonna work on lateral flexion, and we'll work on supination and pronation. So for this one, we have a cable set up with the rope. Essentially, you're just gonna take the rope, we'll fat grip it so you can fold it over, get a good grip on it, get an elbow at a 90-degree angle, pinch it tight to the side of the body. Then from here, you're just gonna supinate the hand, right? So we're rotating our hand facing up and bringing it back through, right? You kinda wanna set the cable about shoulder width, step out a little bit more, make sure that you have optimal weight on there so you can get full range of motion, and you're working on that brachioradialis, right? And working to full rotation here as you go through without compensation of the shoulder, right? This can be done for high volume, working in around 10 to maybe even 15 repetitions. Do this 3 to 4 sets through, and this could be the start of your actual forearm and grip work training. All right, so there you have it. Simple exercises, some a little bit more sketchier than others. Make sure that that hammer one, you take your time with, all right? And if you can't do that, you don't have a hammer, go to the ground, start working on that lateral flexion and gain the stability of the wrist first. And then you get the strength and you can build it up over time, right? All these other exercises can be done in anywhere, obviously in a gym setting if you have the weights. If not, the best thing in the world, grab a bucket, get some rice and do rice grabs, right? That's stood the test of time, it's evergreen. All the old school fighters, right? The ancient warriors have done that in the past to improve their grip strength, both flexion and extension. So try that out if you don't have access to a gym. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure if you want to train any of these programs, if you want to get your grip strong and you don't have a solid system in order, well, check out our Fight Life app for fighters, but also general population that want to train like fighters too as well. Access is now linked in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.